So I'm starting seeds today, and I am going to show you what's up. So there's a few different things. There's a couple seeds that need to soak in water for a few days before they can you see them? They need to soak in water for a little bit, a couple days before they get put in the bag. So that's these. This is passion flower and hibiscus roselle. And this one is witch hazel. I'm gonna try again. I've pondered it for a year and I think I have it right, even though I'm doing it wrong right now. Guess I'm an asshole, and that's what I do. I think what you're supposed to do is, in the fall, right before it gets cold, put it in a pot, put it outside, so it spends the winter in that cold, and then in the spring it'll sprout. But if you don't do that, you could put it in the refrigerator for a few months, the seeds, and then after that, sprout it. But I'm putting it in water now, and then I might, in 2 days, take it out, put it in a Ziploc bag, and stick it in the cooler, which is my equivalent of a freezer. Stick it in the cooler for a couple days, and then plant it. But I mean, that's not a couple months, that's a couple days, and so I'm just doing it. I got the seeds last year, so this is the second year, and I want to at least try to get some life out of them. So, but I saved some. I think I'm sprouting like 5, and then I saved like 5 because when the winter comes, I'm gonna do it that way, the way I'm supposed to do it. Okay, so I have a couple done already. So this is the plastic bag method. I actually learned this in like 2nd grade, I think. My teachers, we sprouted beans in the window of the class, and that's how I learned that. But let's do some of these. And I might show you these too. Show you my cool stuff that I did. So these are seeds that are sprouting in the zip. These are light germinated seeds. So that's another video. And then I cut up a gallon into a bunch of little things. So I got a bunch of these, and I have a package too. Mugwort. I'm doing mugwort this year, but that's a light germinated seed, so it's not going in these. So this is warm water with a little bit of neem oil and a tablespoon of peroxide. Okay, let's see. Let's do black basil. Don't worry, this table has got paint and dye and it looks crazy, but Just a bunch of dye and paint. It ain't coming off no more. It's permanent. Okay, so I slip it in like this. Take my water. The peroxide helps from, as you're germinating, helps from any like mold and fungus to grow. So I squirt it in there. Oof. Let's see, what did I say I was doing? Black basil right here. This time I'm gonna, I got a whole collection of those. I'll give you some homework if you wanna do some things with me. Alright, I got a small handful of seeds. Just gonna kind of slide them in there like that. Let them fall where they may. Then I just fold the paper towel over, smooth it across like that. Give it another spray. Boop. That's it. So I have my little collection here. When I'm done, I'm gonna put it in a paper bag because my living situation is different than most people. You want your stuff to be warm, so you would probably put it close to a window so it could be warm, but in my case it's not always that warm, so I'm gonna put it in a paper bag for like a day or two and keep it by the heater. And then after that, I'll bring it out and kind of lay it out in this area so they got a little sun. And then on to the next step, which would probably be a week or so from now. I grew these. If anybody grows these this year, the Jester Marigolds, I sent some of my friends some of these. These marigolds get really, really, really tall. Like, I'd say they could get 4 feet tall. Let's see what it says on the package, because how tall it says they can get. 20 to 24 inches. 2 feet. I think they can get bigger than that. So, just remember that. These get actually really tall. The flowers aren't the biggest, but the plant is really tall. So just remember that, because they could shade out some of your plants. And then I got some regular little dwarf marigolds for going around the garden. So first we're sprouting all these seeds, and then after they're sprouted, we're going to put them in different pots, and then we're going to put them in the garden to grow, because we're making mini greenhouses. And I got a surprise, but I'm not gonna say it until I can show it, so it's a secret. I got 2 different kinds. These ones are called Chianti Hybrid, and these are called Velvet Queen. So I'm going to be doing these. I'm going to plant. These get up to 5 feet tall. They're not like the mammoth. The mammoth, last year, they were super cool, but they were shading because they were so big. Like, the head, like one seed head was like this big. It was huge, and it was shading out like 2 plants. It killed 2 plants because it was so big. It was just casting shade all day. So I don't think I'm going to, if I do a mammoth, I might do like 1 mammoth in the corner where plants want to be shaded. Maybe, yeah, I don't know. But, so these get up to like 5 feet. So I'm going to be doing these, and then around the base of them, I will be putting, my little sugar snap peas. Yeah. So, and then the snap peas can grow up the sunflowers. And then I got some amaranth, some really pretty amaranth. And I was thinking maybe if I planted the black bachelor button and the blue bachelor button together, the bees would come and pollinate them together, and maybe I would get some purple bachelor buttons from seed. Makes sense. Let's see what else. Got some bunching onions and some chives and some cayenne peppers. Ooh, and I got these blood red nasturtiums. These are going to be awesome. These are just the ones that we're sprouting them in the things, in the plastic bags, and then we're going to put them in pots, and then we're going to put those pots in the garden because we're making mini greenhouses. And so these are the ones we're sprouting. And these are the ones that are light germinated. So what we're going to do is we're going to make the pots, spread them, and then just barely cover them with soil and put those in the garden for them to sprout in the pots. And yeah, so because they need light. If you cover them with too much dirt, they won't sprout. And I want everything to be in greenhouses. I'm kind of switching to doing a lot of things in pots now because it just seems easier. If I put something in the wrong spot and there's a plant that's shading it out, I can move it versus just being like, oh, well, I guess it's gonna die. So that's what I'm doing. So yeah, today we did let's do one more. Today we did the bags and the water soaking. Remember, you gotta read your seed packs because some of these seeds need special things. And now we will do some nasturtiums. So, bag. Right? Remember, a little bit of peroxide helps keep fungus from growing. I just drop them in. Boop. This didn't get. Fold that out more. Just drop them in. Boop. Boop. Very nice. Boop. I love nasturtiums. They taste so good. They're so pretty. Just awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So you fold it in like this. I like things that taste like radish, or I like the radish kind of taste. And I try to grow black radishes, and I didn't do very good. I think because the plant itself got so big it was choking things out, but I wasn't getting like a radish, and I think I was expecting a radish, but I think that the black radishes actually get really big. And you're supposed to leave them for like a really long time. But I don't know. So there's some black nasturtiums. yeah, I got some other stuff, but today we're just sprouting. So this is my little list. See, I need homework if you want to do this together, since we just did these seed bags. In about a week or so, we're gonna be doing these. So look at this still. I have these. I haven't even cleaned that one out. These flat boxes. Let's pick this up. Boop. I have these gallons, and you can get these at the Dollar Tree. So we gotta get some of these gallons, and if you want some of these from Little Muffins and Cakes or whatever. So like I have certain things like violet is a low growing plant and doesn't grow big and long. It's a low growing plant, and it needs light germination. So I'm gonna grow the violet in here, and then once it's ready I can put it out. But yeah, I just see this being a good one for something that's a low growing plant and not a tall plant. Like this is even a decent size. So like after your greenhouse is done, you can cut the top greenhouse part off and keep this as a pot. Like this is a 1 gallon pot, so it'll last you a season before you need to get a bigger pot. So not only do you get a greenhouse, but you got a pot for a season. So that's pretty cool. And yeah, so maybe a week from now is the mini greenhouse video, and I have some more gallons to collect. Right now I have 10. I need 11, 12, 13. I'd say maybe 5. 5 more gallons, because I think I should have 15. And then I said I wanted 5 flat ones. I'm doing, so for the 13 gallons, but I want 15. There's passion flower, hibiscus roselles. I tried that last year, but they didn't make it. I think that with what I'm doing, it should work this year, so we'll see. Cayenne pepper, witch hazel, that's a tree, mint, black basil, toothache plant. I did it the first year. The second year, I just got 8. Like 3 different times I got 8. Like the slugs demolished it. Really pretty new snapdragons, azure, verbena, Brazilian vervain, some hyssop, mugwort, lavender bergamot, some chamomile, meadow arnica. See, meadow arnica is another one that's not really that tall. So and it's a light germinator, so it's gonna go in one of the small flat ones. Some poppies, undebating poppies, black nasturtiums, and some violet. And then, I got some cayenne peppers and some chives and onions, and some sunflowers. Oh, look what I got. So I got a horseradish root, a blueberry. I had a blueberry, and I swear, dude, I had that blueberry for 2 years, and it never got any bigger than this. And I think last year it died. And it was in the ground, so I mean, it had all the root space that it could possibly ever need. It was just unhappy. But this one's like twice the size. When I got it, it was just a little thing like this. this one's actually, so we're gonna try again. I got 100 red onion sets. So I'm gonna use what I want and then give the rest to my garden friends. One more time. I got a black dahlia. So, one more time. We're gonna do this. It's gonna work this time. This time it'll work. So I'm excited. And I have surprises that I'm not even talking about. So, you'll see when I show you. So super, super cool. I'm so excited. Alright, guys. Thanks for watching me ramble about whatever I want most of the time. Yeah, thanks for subscribing. Appreciate it. I don't know about this. I opened this and it's just a little bag that has some sawdust in it. And it's like, I can't really see a root. Like, did somebody take the root out? It's, oh, look at all the sawdust. There's like this, is this the root? Like, I really hope this is, you see that tiny thing right there? That's one teeny little horseradish root. Hopefully it's alive. Oh, messy, messy, messy. You see, it's so messy. I got sawdust everywhere. Oh no. Oh no. So, that's it. I got, so start some seeds, depending on where you're at. Who knows? We are in, I think this is zone 9. But I have something special because the little greenhouses will help me start my stuff a little earlier. I mean, on the west coast, the Pacific Northwest, it's about that time if you have a greenhouse or, you know, whatever. So I'm making little tiny greenhouses, and so it's time for me. I'm ready to start seeds. So this will be exciting. We're not doing any mammoths this year, but we're doing 2 different kinds of black sunflowers. So that should be fun. And we got some black nasturtiums and a bunch of different kinds of medicine. So gather your gallons. Gather your gallons from the Dollar Tree. And we'll be making some greenhouses in about a week. Tomorrow we're taking the flowers out of the silica gel to see what they look like. Ooh, I'm excited. So we'll be doing that tomorrow. Yeah, springtime, spring and summer come around, because that's why I started my YouTube channel. My YouTube channel was about my garden. It was a black garden, because I can't really find things to talk about sometimes, and so I don't think I'd be a very good blogger, because I'd probably be a pretty silent blogger, where I'd just be like walking around and wouldn't be really saying much, and then every once in a while I'd be like, say something, and then so. But when it comes to plants and stuff, I have a lot to say. So I do more videos, and you know, I get more comfortable. I'm just not a talk person. Sometimes I am, but I can't just like find random things to talk about. I'm pretty quiet till I'm not. That's it. So we're going to do all that fun stuff. And oh, wait till you see, because here, let me show you. These are the light germinators. So these are the these are the ones that aren't going to be started in the seed bags. They're going to be started in the pots themselves with just a tiny little bit of soil put on top. So these are the light germinators. Some chamomile, some meadow arnica, poppies, we're thinking about it, some sweet violet, some lavender bergamot, toothache plant again, these beautiful snapdragons. What are they called? They're called night and day. And mugwort. Got some mugwort. So verbena. I can plant this anywhere because the stalks are so thin and it's really long and spindly that it won't overshade anything. Some lavender hyssop. And another second or third attempt, some balloon flower. So these are the light germinators. So they have to be started in a separate way. So that's another video right there. Sweet guys, thanks for subscribing and hanging out with me. Like, share, and I'll see you soon. And don't forget, maybe I'll do a video on this and we can do this together. You just cut up a gallon, and I just cut into a point so you can jam it in the ground. See, this says arnica. That's blank. Toothache plant. They're not pretty, but who cares? Just jam it in the ground, you know what's going on. Snapdragon. I have a bag of these. Woo. But I plan on labeling everything this year because there has been times last year where I've been like, what is that? And I couldn't just, I know I put it there and I just can't remember what it is. Or I had this one, which I think is the Azure, but I'm not 100% sure, but it's got long, kind of fat leaves, really fuzzy. And I can't figure out what it is, but I got 3 of them, and I think it's the Azure. I guess we'll find out next year, or this year. Yes, this year. All right.